right? So here one thing to understand, if I have a colon and enter, so it is going to leave four space starting from extreme left, four space. As you can see, this is a basically four space and we call it as a indentation, right? It is going to leave four space, then the control will come over here and here I can do any kind of a operation, any kind of a multiplication or anything you can do. So here I'm saying that if I is less than 3, then you print saying that this is a less than 3. So I'm going to use a print function here. Otherwise, if it is not less than 3, then go for elif. So what elif is a combination of else and if. So it's simply nothing but L and if. That is the elif. Okay, if I is not less than 3, then check this condition. Is I less than 5? Again colon. Okay, if it is less than 5, then print less than 5. Okay, none of them are true, then at last I will say else. If this condition is not true, this condition is not true, then you come over here, then whatever the number it is, I don't care, you just print it is 5 or more. Because if it is not less than 5, obviously it is going to be more than 5. So I don't care what data here, if none of them are true, the control will come to this point and print this guy. All right. So that is how if, elif, else all can be used in one, you know, in a block of code. So this thing is basically what we call it as a branching. Check one condition, if not true, go to next condition, check that. If it is not true, go to the next condition, right? If none of them are true, then maybe you can use it just else part and print whatever you want to print or do whatever operation you want to do here, right? Let's say execute. So here you can say that, okay, I is not less than 3, then it will check next condition. It will not go inside at all. No, no way. So it will check the next condition. If it is a true, then it will control will come inside and find what needs to be done. And here we have a print function and it is printing less than 5. All right. So that's how you can interpret this if, elif, and else. Let's see some more other ways of writing a if condition, else condition, and other things. So here I am saying assign 29 to variable I, assign 19 data to variable j, right? And I'm saying that if I greater than j, so this time I'm not using any number directly because I have assigned this data to this and this guy to this. Now I can start using only I and the j, right? If I use directly this number, we can call it as a hard coding, which is not the best practice in industry. We always assign data to one variable and use that variable for the comparison. So that is what we are trying to do here. If I is greater than j, this colon, even if you don't enter, that is also fine. So you can continue printing this one, right? So that you can always do. All right. So here I'm saying if I greater than j, print I is greater than j. All right. Let's see. Let me close this. I is greater than z. I can change this to 39. Now what happens? Nothing will happen. It will check the condition. No, it is not satisfying. So do nothing. There is nothing. I did not give any else part here, right? So that's how this will work. It is not going to throw any error. I'm just checking a condition. If this is this, yes, then print it. Otherwise, don't do anything. I don't have any instruction if it is not a true, right? Fine. That's how you can interpret. Now here I have I'm assigning 332A and 332B, same, right? Now I'm checking if A. So here I have another way of writing, right? So first, earlier what we did here, first we are checking the condition, then printing it. So here what I'm trying to do, I will print this A only when the next condition is true. You print A if at all A greater than B. Then only you print A. If it is not equal or if it is not greater than B, then go to the else part. In the else part, I do not care what data we have here. I will just print this. Else part will work only when the previous conditions are not met, right? So in the else part, we don't check any conditions. You just simply print this B, all right? So that is what this piece of code is doing. And I will be able to print only B because A is equal to 30. If I make it equal to, I will be able to print A because both are equal. All right. Now again, let's interpret. So there are different ways of writing a code. That is what we are trying to understand here, right? So in this case, what is happening here? Let's understand. Here I am saying that print A if and only if A greater than B, right? Which is a false in this case. Then it will check the else condition, right? In the else condition, what I'm saying in the else part basically, print equal to, this is again some print statement, that's all. So I'm using a print function and just some data I wanted to print, if and only if A equal to B, which is correct here. And again, I'm saying else part, there I don't have any condition. If this is fail and if this fails, you print B. But in our case, this condition is true and the respective print is this guy. All right. So that's how you can interpret. Now I'm getting this equal sign. I can change it to anything. So like print, it's equal, some is equal, right? Something I can print here. Print it's equal. So I can just say it's however I want to print it. Okay. So basically the idea is basically to understand how to write multiple, we have multiple ways to print something based on different conditions and how we can make use of those conditions. We can print in different ways, right? I can apply this if condition in different ways. So that is what we are trying to understand. And one more way is here I'm checking if A greater than B and C greater than A. If both conditions are matching, then you go ahead and print this. So here it is one of the condition is not true here. So here I'm saying A greater than B. So yes, it is greater than B, but I also have an AND condition. In this case, this condition should be true, right? Should satisfy here. Is C greater than A? Is C greater than A? No, it is not greater than A. So obviously it is going to fail. It is not going to print, right? So the same thing I can say here, but here we have a different data again. So I'm putting the same condition with R here, right? A greater than B and or A greater than C. So one of the conditions should be true. So is A greater than B? Yes, it is greater than B. As soon as it finds one condition true, it doesn't look for the other condition. This is what we have understood in the Boolean expression video. True or a false, still it is going to give me a true only. So I'm going to execute this. Yes, it is going to execute, right? Same or different operation here. So x equal to 65. I'm checking if x is greater than 60, then a print above. above 10. So here you can see something different. So here I'm kind of doing the real branching here, right? So here whenever I want to check the condition, suppose here I check the x greater than 60. If it is not greater than 60, what happens? This is not going to do anything. I don't have a matching one more condition. It should be just below this column. Just below means it should be equal to this where it is starting, right? So this if conditions are in different places, right? So first I'm checking this. This is the one condition. First condition. If it is true, then control will come inside. Again, I'm going to check one more condition. If this condition is false, then the control will come here. Otherwise, it will print only this much. Right? Let's understand in, in detail. Let me execute this. So x equal to 65. So I'm checking. So yes, it is a greater than. Then what happens? It will print first this one about 10. Also, it will check is x greater than 50. Yes, it is greater than 50. Then and also about 20, as you can see, right? So now what I will do, I will write here 80, right? So in this case, it will come inside and print about 10. And again, I'm checking if x is greater than 80, then here it is going to fail. When it fails here, it will come over here. Then it is going to print, but not about 20, right? Let me print that, right? That is how it is going to work. Let's see here, if b greater than a, then I will say pass. Pass does nothing. Nothing means absolutely nothing. It will execute, nothing will happen. It is just like, okay, you want to check this condition and move on. So maybe later you can come back and add some more statement here, right? And here I equal to 20. I'm checking if I equal to, so I equal to 20 means I'm assigning 20 to I variable. And I'm checking if I is equal to 10, then print this guy. Otherwise, check one more condition, elif. Else if, it is nothing but elif, check if I is equal to 15. If it is equal to 15, and then it will print this guy. Not equal to 15, then check one more condition. If it is equal to 20, then print I is 20. If that is still not right, then at last you come back and say that, okay, I is not present. Something you can write, no problem. Here we are using a print function, but you can do any kind of a, add any kind of a statements like addition, multiplication, derive something, some formulae and find some values. You can do whatever you want. That all will be based on this condition. If and if, suppose say that employee name in the organization, if this employee number is equal to 10, then you do one thing, you update his salary. Maybe this employee number 10 worked very hard and I wanted to increase his salary. So you can check this condition. If employee number equal to 10, then here I can say that update his salary. There are different ways of updating a salary. I can update here. So it means that out of thousands of employees, I'm going to check only that particular guy. And I will update only that particular person salary, right? That is how you can interpret. So here, yes, I is 20 here, obviously, all right? Yes, that's all in this video. In a branching, that is nothing but if, elif, and else. Thank you for watching this video. I will see you all in the next video. Thank you.